Man, do I love very much unscheduled videos. Obviously, today there's a new chapter of Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest coming out in a few hours. And I wasn't planning on doing a video today until that had been translated, but as it is a new volume of Rave Masters, the whole cover for Volume 4 has been put out. So I wanted to, take that, compare it to the volumes of Fairy Tale and Rave Master as I've been doing, and just kind of talk about, each of them, what aspects are on the cover, and which ones I like the most out of three. Obviously, the Rave Master one, I'm not a huge fan of early Rave Master volumes because they were more like, when you get a cover page and it's some doodle of nothing that has to be really relevant to what's going in the chapter, mostly just for fun. That's what I felt a lot of early Rave was. It just was like a lot of interesting covers that were entertaining, but not as much as like I think here Mashima has captured in his volume covers going forward. I think it's around like 7 or 8 for his volume covers that I really start to enjoy them. It's a obviously I'd say out of the three of them, it's the most fun cover because you'd look at it and just be like, what the hell's happening here? Why are they gambling? What's Ellie doing that they're all trying to get the trick on people? If I recall, there was a part I think in volume 4 when they went out. I think that was the part before Seek Heart showed up and started rooting things, and Haru had to get root and save in order to kind of get everything under control. I don't remember off the top of my head what was going on in that Rave Master volume. I'd have to reread it, though I do plan to soon. It it's definitely just kind of going at it. Definitely not a huge fan of this cover. Fairy Tale one, I like the layout, the whole Galuna Island, foreshadowing with the purple moon, the spooky creatures going on in the back. Even though everyone else is like ready for the adventure, Gray's just kind of like not very pleased, standing up, just not comfortable compared to Natsu and Lucy, who seem to be pretty excited, pretty ready for the adventure. And I guess that really does pretty well represent how that whole arc started. But at the same time, Gray's the only one that looks like he's really ready to keep going. Abby just looks like he's jumped up, ready for anything. But I'm wondering if the fact that Gray's the only one standing up and seemingly a bit angry, as like a little note towards everything that happened in that volume for Leon. But with with the Wraith Master, sorry, with Eden Zero, I like the colors on Volume 4 the most. I think it's just that white and gold that looks really good, and I think it looks great with like that star design that you can see on like the Eden Zero symbol right under the logo and some areas around it. I definitely kind of like that the most out of the three of them, the colors. I would say the Fairy Tale volume, I like the way that the characters are set the most, but with the Eden Zero, I like the color scheme the most for it. Though I think that there's a little bit too much of the color white because you have Moscow is completely white. I'm trying to wonder now if it was Moscow or Moscow. I remember seeing it Moscow, but I don't remember if the official translation was. Remember he says that a lot. But anyway, obviously we have Sister, who has that pure white hair and part of her maid design, and then Hermit, who also has a lot of white in her design. I think there might be a little bit of oversaturation with the white theme, especially when you have a white background. Probably would have been a little bit better to use maybe like a little bit darker of a background instead of white, but I don't know. Just when you have all these characters who are very white themed color, but I liked it. I liked the layout of it. So really, when I look at all these, the one that I think is the best one, it's definitely between Eden Zero and Fairy Tale. I want to say the Fairy Tale one because I do like the whole crescent Galuna purple moon in the background with like the sky and the looming clouds all over it, and the fact they're in these kind of like tribal ruins. I I remember the last one. I really liked the Eden Zero Volume 3 one, that one last time. I'm gonna say Fairy Tale this time, just because though I like the Eden Zero colors more, I still like the Fairy Tale colors in general, but I like their layout of how the characters are a lot more, and I like the whole background with Luna Island. I mean, if there was like a little bit more to the background of the Eden Zero one, like maybe Eliga was in the back, or you had something with the chronophage. I think that was a little bit on more volume 3, so I guess that really doesn't help a whole lot. But you could also have something like Digitalis or the two Homoras. There's a lot of stuff they could have done. I'm just a little bit I'm just not a huge fan of the layout. Like Shiki looks pretty cool in the chair, but everyone else is kind of standing there doing not a whole lot. It's that point is just it's a nice setting of them being placed, and the obvious parts about who are these characters, joining the crew, always these star shines. Why does Hermit look so displeased to be there? But I just really like the fairy tale volume cover, kind of just like leading into all the Galuna Island shenanigans. And it was a really good arc for such a short arc. But other than that, unfortunately, Rave Master is not doing too great on these so far. This is obviously the 4th installment of this volume cover comparison, but I already know that in the next couple volume covers, I think the Rave Master ones pick up pretty well, and there's definitely a couple of them that, if I remember them correctly, will be my favorite in the comparison of the others. But other than that, drop a comment below. Which volume cover do you think is the best? Which one do you like the most out of this? As I said, it was a rough one. The last one, I think it was pretty easy. Like, I really liked that Eden Zero volume cover, but this one was a little bit more matched, just because one of them was like, man, the colors look great, but obviously, like I said, that oversaturation white. But I really liked the fairy tale layout. Happy looking angry on that though, I think was very fun, and it always just reminds me of some of the weirdness Happy can be. I don't even think Happy really had a whole lot of a purpose in that arc, other than being the normal, helpful not to support as he does. Other than that, like I said, drop a comment below on how you thought about all this. I'd really appreciate if you'd thumbs up the video, befriend the like button and the subscribe button, and check out my videos. But other than that, I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.